Kind of explain a little bit what you saw. A lot of us, like me, don't know what goes on there. I mean, I've heard about Michael Vick, but not
Yeah.
much. What is dogfighting?
Hi. Well, dogfighting is exactly what they say it is, dogfighting. It's basically making dogs fight under their, against their will. We had an incident in Leominster this week that is most likely a bait dog.
Hmm.
And I guess our rescue wants to help out to get the word out in this way, about dog fighting. It's right in your backyard. I know that for a reason because I did it a few months down south and plus other places.
Now, do they have rings or arenas, or how do they do it? Is
Um,
it just at the side of the
basements.
road?
Basements. They have basically they have basements that are set up for just basically fighting. They don't have a ring necessarily. A lot of it's like plywood that the dogs fight on, and the setup is basically to they just kennel them, pretty much. They kennel them to break the spirit. They don't want them to be socialized with other dogs. Um, and in some cases, when they begin the fighting in the ring, they will spread like raw meat around the ring just to get them all going. They
Really?
don't have a bait dog yet.
Now, the bait dogs, we talked about that the other day. Do they do it as a training thing, or just before a fight, or how do they use the bait dog?
Well, the bait dog doesn't have to be trained for nothing, obviously. They could be a dog out of somebody's backyard across the street here, And as long as it gets the dogs going, and a lot of times they will, maybe some people may say no about this, but they do rub like raw chicken meat on them so the dogs will attack that dog. And they take their canine teeth out, which that puppy had done,
Yeah.
was done with, and just so it can't fight back, basically. And sometimes the dog would be burnt too with lighter
Really was that?
to get it going. That's usually the fighter dog. They burn in the back of the legs to try to make them fight, get them aggressive.
Why did you start another rescue here in Leominster?
Well, I guess we have two sides of us. I like the idea of an all breed rescue, and we do have the emphasis on the pit bulls because they do need a little extra attention. They get so much bad press, but they don't get much good press. If there's nothing to report, then there's nothing to report. Melissa likes to get the word out that these dogs are fantastic animals. They're great family pets. They're extraordinarily loving and devoted to their families. But we also want to help, all of the dogs that are in our community. There are so many dogs that are a little bit older that end up, people get them for every reason that you can imagine. A birthday present, they thought it was a good idea, they didn't realize how much work was involved, and after the dog hits a year old, they're realizing it's not for me. A lot of valid reasons, I guess, but in the end, you have an older dog that needs a home, and the problem is when people go out looking for a dog, they go, they want a puppy, and I guess that's understandable too, but the older dogs get passed by for the puppies, and so what we'd like to do is be there for that older dog, and by older, we're talking sometimes as young as 8 months old. Once they lose that cute puppy look, people don't really understand the difference of an 8-month-old or an 8-year-old dog.
That's where Buddy comes in, so we adopted up today.
Yes, Buddy is 7 months old, and he's going to find a home, and he's been through a couple of rescues. Now, because of our foster program, we've taken Buddy out of a shelter where he was going to be passed by, and We've brought him into a home, we've brought him into the daycare where we've given him a family life while he's waiting, and we've given him socialization. So now he is, he's about as fun and happy and easygoing as any dog, but he's older. So we do concentrate on that part of it, is finding the dogs that are in our community